What's going down, my puzzles? Welcome back to a brand new special video. It's been a long time since I've done this, but I just want to get straight into it. Recently, I have been very interested in the Shantae series as of late, and one of the reasons why is because of the fact that a new Shantae game is actually coming out. The original Shantae Advance, which I don't know the name at the top of my head at this time when I'm recording this, but there is basically a new Shantae game, well, not really a new Shantae game, but more specifically, it's going to be a actual commercial release of a canceled Shantae game from the past that was originally developed for the Game Boy Advance all the way back in 2003 or 2004, but because of the fact that they couldn't find a publisher way forward, they weren't actually able to release it. But now they've actually went back, finally released the game after such a long time, and it's going to be freaking amazing because they actually showed this game like years ago. Like they've done streams on this game, they've uploaded footage of this game in numerous places, and we never actually got the chance to actually play this game. But now, because of the fact that they went back and they probably, want to just go back to this one again and finally give players a chance to actually relive this experience, it's going to be great because the game is basically not really untouched, but the game looks like how it did back in those early videos and stuff like that. So I'm sure that the original vision for that game is going to be kept intact, which is going to be absolutely amazing, and I'm just really looking forward to it. I do, however, think that they're probably trying to hold over fans for a new Shantae game, because after Shantae 5, there really is a question of where does the franchise go after that, and I would probably guess that at this point, Way Forward would probably want to do something a little bit more with Shantae, because they had a lot of plans for her and the franchise in of itself after Shantae 5. But yeah, anyway, the main course of this video though is something that I've wanted to talk about for a long time, and that is the case of Shantae's parents. Shantae, the whole entire series in general revolves around Shantae herself, but one of the most important plot points in the series is Shantae's parents, because of the fact that she is considered something of an orphan. Now, her parents have been delved into very sparsely throughout the series, and I want to kind of go over that because I do have some evidence for who could be Shantae's mother and who could be Shantae's father. Well, more specifically Shantae's father, but let's get into this video. So for one thing, Shantae's mother is actually more talked about in general. Now, we've never seen this character in and of itself. We've never seen her at all. Although Risky has at one point said that apparently she does look like Shantae, except not as small as her. So we're implying that Shantae's mother is taller than Shantae. All that is known of her is that she was a guardian genie who fell in love with the human man and gave birth to Shantae as a result. Almost nothing is known about Shantae's mother other than the fact that she is believed to be dead or otherwise, according to Mimic, sealed in the genie realm. It can be inferred that neither of Shantae's parents are from Scuttletown, as the residents, with the exception of Mimic, who has known Shantae for longer than she's lived in Scuttletown, were initially unaware of her mixed lineage. One of the few things known about her is that Shantae has not inherited her hair whipping ability from her mother, as Shantae is able to do so even when her magical half is gone. Mimic mentions at the beginning of Risky's Revenge that Shantae's mother made him promise not to tell anyone about the magic lamp and his powers. In the climax of The Pirate's Curse, the pirate master recognizes Shantae as being descended from one of the genies that imprisoned him and taunts her by boasting about all the genies that gave her lies to stop him. This only makes Shantae angrier as she blames him for denying the chance to know her family. In the ending, Mimic assures Shantae that her mother is in fact alive and that she will meet her one day. A hint about what is given about her appearance when Risky Boots told Shantae that she was just like her mother, but shorter, as I mentioned before. Shantae's mother is referenced once again in Half-Genie Hero. It is revealed that she is indeed still alive and continues to watch over her daughter. In Seven Sirens, one of the Half-Genies, Harmony, reveals that she has a scrapbook full of advice and information from every Half-Genie's mother, including Shantae. She gives the scrapbook to Shantae at the end of Seven Sirens, but so far the contents of the book have not been revealed. Now, this is the only evidence that we have for Shantae's mother at all. Honestly, the only other I guess thing that we could talk about is at the end of Shantae, the first game, Shantae temporarily goes to the genie realm and talks to presumably a genie there. But of course, she decides to go back, and of course, her mother is still in the genie realm, as it's been revealed, like I said before. So, and the thing about it is that Matt Bozon himself has said that they have no real plans for Shantae's parents as a whole. But if they were to build upon her character, they would probably go with Shantae's mother first, instead of like her father. Now, her father is something that's very, very, very much interesting, actually. In one of my most recent playthroughs of Shantae and the Pirate's Curse, I remembered the Village of Lost Souls. Of course, in the Village of Lost Souls, you can see a lot of people from, well, not a lot, but like you can see a few people. Some of those people are people from the first Shantae game, and you can even see Roddy Tops' original human form there, which is really interesting and probably is, stuff for like a different video. One of the people that you can find there is called, well, apparently, just by what I see online, is called the Warrior. The Warrior himself is, and of course, we have to mention, the Village of Lost Souls are basically where lost souls are. It's not necessarily people being dead, although it might be because, technically Roddy Tops is kind of gone. But, Shantae was able to go there no problem, and come out. But it's kind of weird. But I would actually imply that the Warrior is probably dead, just like everyone else. The Warrior's body is actually shrouded in darkness. Meeting Shantae stirs up memories of his forgotten family, in particular his daughter, who went searching for her years ago. He failed to find her and ended up in the Village of Lost Souls. He helped Shantae get into the abyss of suffering and says that he would be proud if his daughter was as gutsy as her. Now, this is the only game that this particular guy makes an appearance. This guy also might be something of like a reference to another series. Apparently, this guy might be a reference to this character called Karnov from some other game or something like that. But in all honesty, I think, personally, this guy has got to be Shantae's father. I don't know who he is, and we still don't know who he is. But I don't know why. It would just make a lot of sense for a long-lost daughter. I mean, of course, again, Shantae did not know her parents. One of the reasons why is because she lost them when she was a baby. She doesn't remember any of that stuff. If she was lost as a baby and then this guy called the Warrior lost his child, then come on, let's put A and B together. Now, of course, there's nothing too much going on with this character. There's really not that much going on with this guy. At the same time, I mean, I can see the hair whipping ability coming from this guy actually too. Something about the hair that you can see on top of his head, or whatever the heck that thing is, implies something of a whipping power. I have no idea why that came into my mind. I mean, honestly, I'm just making up stuff up, but I personally think that this guy is probably going to be Shantae's father. Now, whether or not this character will be, like, I guess, elaborated on in the future remains to be seen. Because at this point in time, like I said before, Matt Bozon has not made any real plans for Shantae's parents in general. So, of course, we're going to have to just, speculate and just wait to see. But with that being said, I really want to see more, like, plot stuff. Because, like, the thing about the Shantae series that's really interesting is the fact that there is, like, something of, like, an ongoing plot. Sure, like, these games, like, have their own one-sided stories and stuff like that, but all the games, like, connect. Shantae finds herself in the genie realm. She loses her powers, like in the first game. She loses her powers in Risky's Revenge. She gets them back in Pirate's Curse. Then she uses them again in Half-Genie Hero, which is probably one of the most that's the game that's kind of like, I consider that like a solid reboot, I guess you could say, of the series. I guess to me it's the most inconsequential game in the whole entire timeline due to this, but Seven Sirens definitely does amp that up, because again, Shantae got the scrapbook from her mother at the end of that game. And of course, watch that playthrough. I made a playthrough of that game a couple of years ago when that game came out, so just, if you want to watch that. But yeah, like, Shantae, like, has a really awesome ongoing plot, and I really want to see what they do with the next game. But of course, with this new game that's coming out, or should I say a remastered old Star Fox 2 situation, I guess, I really want to see, like, what they would put in a plot. Now, there might not be too much going on with Shantae's parents in this new Shantae Advance game, but I mean, I'm down to see anything, honestly, at this point, you know, because Shantae's amazing, as I said before. But yeah, guys, that's going to be the end of this video. I just wanted to come on here and talk about Shantae because I've just been in a very much of a Shantae mood. This has been in my video ideas list for a while now, and I definitely just wanted to just go on ahead and make it at this point because I just really wanted to talk about it really very much. It's been a little while for me since I've done little discussions, but I'll probably, you know, start getting them up as the time goes on. I'm also working on a lot of videos right now, and there's like this really big video that I'm working on in particular right now, but you know, you guys are gonna have to wait and see about that one. But with that being said, guys, I thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for more awesome videos. Thank y'all for watching. If you guys like this video or like this video, and if you guys like you saw it and want to see more, why not subscribe to the channel? All my social media links will be in the description down below. But with that being said, thank y'all for watching. Have a good night, day whenever you're watching this, and as always, hasta.